maybe you'll get me to shift.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe we'll change one of the other's point of view. Maybe we'll just give a little bit of intellect. I don't know.
We get this camera going, and we'll do it. How's your day going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just had our final class.
Got out of class early.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. So you're out for a break?
Technically, yeah. Depending on if any professors decide to have class next week, I'm done.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I have one more tomorrow.
heck yeah. I was about
Nice.
to say.
Well, exam tomorrow.
Oh, dang. You gotta, yeah. I've got to,
Be out for how long?
Almost a month.
I think it is a month.
Yeah.
We come back, what, January 8th?
Yeah.
Yeah, a full month for Christmas. That'll be nice.
Awesome. Well, congratulations for making it this far.
Thank you. It's different. I didn't expect
It's been
it to
a
be that.
long.
I didn't expect it to take this long. I thought it was, going to fly by like those first couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have fall break. So.
That's true. We didn't have fall break. We got like a week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to do spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to try an experiment.
All right.
And I don't know if I have them in here. Actually, I think. And you want to incorporate the can of words.
Yes.
Okay,
I
awesome.
feel like that'd be intriguing.
Yeah. Cool. So what we'll do here is we'll do strongly disagree, neutral, strongly agree. Oh, sorry. Agree and strongly agree. Okay? And there's your range. And you'll each have one of these magnets. So I'm going to start you on neutral.
Okay.
Do you want to be the coffee or the grocery cart?
Oh, I want to be the coffee.
Okay, I'd be grocery.
Okay. Real quick, what's your name?
Lexi.
Lexi. Lexi. Okay. And
Kaden. Kaden.
Kaden.
Den.
Ben. Ben. Kaden.
Kaden.
Delta.
D. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kept hearing
You're
D.
okay.
I just interviewed a Kaden. Interesting. Okay.
Common. Super common.
Right on. Okay, so what we'll do is you'll pick a word out of the can,
Okay.
and if you don't like the first word, you can skip it and pick a different word.
All right.
And let that guide you to a statement that you have varying degrees of agreement about.
All right.
So, for example, let's say you picked freedom. Okay? I'll have you come up with a statement, a truth claim, something that's either true or not true
All right.
about the world that we share. Something that, like I said, you have varying degrees of agreement about. And write it down. I'll give you this. Write the statement down. That way it doesn't change based on the conversation. And it stays consistent.
Okay.
I'm going to walk away for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and you figure it out. You figure out a statement that you preferably disagree about, depending on what word you get.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll come back, and don't tell me what the statement is. Keep that hidden from me.
Okay.
And I'll ask questions to kind of help explore each of your reasonings that support where you land on this.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, once you figure out what the claim is, put your respective magnet on your level of agreement or not.
All right.
Okay.
That we can do.
And I'll come back and I'll check in and I'll say something like, is there any questions? Like, is there anything that we need to clarify about this experiment? And then we'll start.
Okay.
And we're recording already. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. All right.
You want me to pull and you write?
Oh yeah.
So write it down on the on this.
Okay.
And then like fold it up. Don't let me see it. And I'll be back in a second.
Alrighty.
Okay. Wow. So you really disagree. All right. Or you really have, it's a broad spectrum. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. How was that? How do you feel?
I'm intrigued. I'm honestly like intrigued to hear what your like views are on this.
I think it was interesting to see how much you disagree.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that got me.
Yeah.
But you have one statement
Yes.
that you disagree about and that you strongly agree about.
Yes.
And you strongly disagree. Okay. All right. All right. So, we'll start with you, Lexi. Without giving away the claim, what is the main reason that causes you to strongly disagree? And you can be pretty vague, like you can say, because I've never seen evidence for it. Or you can say, because I read it in a book. Or because my professor taught me that this was incorrect.
Okay.
Something like that. So without giving away what the claim is, what's your main reason?
So my main reason is I'm a very scientific person, and so I don't see the science behind it, and I've just never really seen it happen. I've never really felt it or seen it in any circumstance that I've been involved with.
Okay. Lack of evidence?
Yeah, lack of evidence.
Lack of evidence. Okay. How about you, Kaden?
I felt it. I've seen it. I think it's something that you have to be open to, though.
Okay. Are you open to moving your magnet?
Not yet. Not yet.
If you did see evidence for it, would you move your magnet?
I would.
So,
If I saw evidence and I had like this, I won't even say physical proof, but a version of proof that I could be like, oh, okay, I now see where this is going, I would 100% move that magnet.
okay. So it sounds like you're open to shifting. How about you, Kaden? Are you open to shifting your level of agreement?
A little. I can. A little.
Okay.
But it would have to take a lot for me to, because I have experienced it, so it would have to take a lot for me to move it.
Okay. So it sounds like, Lexi, you're basing this on like a lack of evidence, or that evidence is what kind of moves you up and down this
Yes.
kind of scale.
I like to see proof.
Gotcha. And you're basing this on like your personal experience. Okay. Why is scientific levels of evidence a good reason to be where you are?
Well, me personally, I'm not a super emotional person. I'm a very rational person. And so for me, I can say, oh, I think I feel this, or I think that I might know what this feels like. But in all reality, I'm just like, but I'm not sure. There's no proof to show that this is how I'm feeling. This is what I think. This is what I think about other people or my interactions.
Okay. Why is it important to take emotions out of this kind of decision making?
Me personally, I feel like emotions can really almost play tricks on the brain sometimes. Almost like when you make an irrational decision because you were angry or sad. Later on, you're like, oh, well, that's not what that was. I acted out of emotion. So I'm one of those people where, like, most of my life, I kind of cut my emotion off a lot of times when I need to make an important decision or when I'm interacting with someone to really kind of read the person and see what I take away from that interaction.
Okay. Sounds like you're saying emotions can lead to poor decision making or false conclusions?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Okay. All right, Kaden. Why is personal experience sufficient enough reason to be where you are?
I wouldn't say it's sufficient, but I would say that it definitely helps your basis on why you think that. If you can't really experience something or allow yourself to experience something, it really hinders what you think about it or how you would feel about it. So I think if you open yourself up and you felt it, it's easier for you to understand the point.
Okay. Personal experiences help you understand the situation
Yeah.
better,
Yeah,
and that leads to better decision making.
I think so.
Okay. Lexi, what would you have to see just to move one spot over from strongly disagree to disagree?
Personally, I would have to see two totally different people interact and I don't know, maybe meet for the first time or have two totally polar opposite moods meet and one of them leave with a slight change or one of them leave with an influence from the other.
Okay. If one could influence another person,
Just by being in a room with them for, we'll say, 2-3 minutes or having a conversation with them.
okay.
I'd have to see a mood change.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. How about you, Kaden? What would cause you to go from strongly agree to just agree?
I don't know, actually. I feel like that's very, very hard for me. That's like very, very hard for me. I don't know. I would say maybe they have to just be completely disgusted or revolted with each other.
Mm.
And I think that's very hard for humans based off of first interaction, I think.
Okay. Like if two people experienced very negative emotions, that would move you from strongly agree to agree?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a test that we could perform
I feel like,
to
yeah, there probably is. I feel like if you got, you had people fill out like a test of maybe what's your mood or how are you feeling, and you put them all in a room together, and then like 5 minutes later you come back and have them fill out the same survey, I feel like that could probably be some type of proof.
I
But
disagree.
it'd have to be people that have never met before.
I disagree. Because
would
I
you
feel
do it?
like I don't really think there is a test, honestly, because I feel like anyone can change on a whim.
no
Like,
test?
I don't think it is a test.
Okay. So you strongly agree to something that's based on your personal experience, emotions.
Hmm.
You can't think of anything that would move you down, and there's no test for it.
Basically, yeah. That sounds crazy, but yeah.
Why does that sound crazy?
Because I think I am a very rational thinker, and I think for me, I'm used to something being easily proven. Like it's something in this world that you can use to help figure out how you would measure that. And I think for this it's so because it's based off feeling, there's no measurement for it.
It's based off feeling. Okay. What's more reliable? Feeling or evidence?
I think feeling is more reliable because you can feel something over and over and over again. That becomes normal. However, with evidence, there's different variables and it's likely to change. I feel like evidence is more likely to change than your emotions are.
Okay.
Evidence is more likely to change than emotions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have your emotions ever changed?
They have. They have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has evidence ever changed?
It can, but I feel like it takes a little bit more for evidence to change than emotions. Because for evidence to change, you would have to discover a new variable or find something you didn't realize was a part of that study. For an emotion to change, somebody could spill ice cream on my shoe, and I would go from really happy to really sad that I didn't get to eat that ice cream. Like, now this ice cream is on my shoe. So I feel like emotion does change a little bit more and more quickly than evidence would.
It's more subject to change?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I would say in the sense of people, if you meet someone and they can give you all the best facts about them in the world, but if you don't like them simply just because you don't like them, I think that's very unlikely for that to change.
That's fair. But what if they've given you a reason to not like them? And other than that, you were great friends, you were awesome, right? Best friends in the world, but they do one thing to make you not like them. So would that be, I feel like that would be more evidence. So like it wasn't necessarily an emotion that changed, it was new evidence that was brought to light, and oh, because of this, I don't feel like I need to be your friend anymore. Because you could still love that person and like that person.
That's true. But evidence could change based on the people. It could be one person that hates their guts. It shows you all the worst things about that person. It could be their best friend, who's the person they love most in the world, and they show you the best facts. I mean, it's
Okay.
based on the person.
What if they're just in a bad mood? What if their emotion just changed and they were happy 5 minutes ago and now they're just in a bad mood? And you meet them while they're in a bad mood. They're not necessarily always in a bad mood. They just quickly change their mood because something happened. And then what if right after you leave, someone gives them $100 and they're back to happy?
That's true. That's very true. So which one would you judge them based on? The fact that they're been given $100 or the fact that
They
they're
had
in a
they're
bad
in a
mood?
bad mood. So,
That's true.
yeah, that's why I would have to have facts about that person and maybe like their day or something like that. If I was going to meet them and they were in a bad mood,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably have to, I don't know, have some facts or like some background knowledge on that person to figure out if they're always like that or if they're just like that temporarily.
Okay.
How are we defining evidence?
Evidence, I'll dive in a little bit with personal experience. Like if I meet you and you're always in a bad mood, well, if you put that on a chart, the bad mood is prevalent. It's a constant. It's a constant variable that you have. Or if you say the same negative thing every time I see you, that's a verbal variable that I can put on a chart. Something that I could measure. Something that can kind of be tested in a numerical sense.
Okay. So like every time you met me and I was kind of always complaining, that would be evidence that I'm kind of a bitter person?
Most of the time, yeah. I would say that you're a bitter person if every time I see you, you're in like the super negative mood. Because if emotions do change, I agree with that. And you're in a negative mood like the first 3 times I meet you, but you're in a great mood the 4th time I meet you. If you're always in a bad mood, then yeah, I'd say that's evidence that you're probably a bitter person.
Okay.
Or maybe you don't like me. That could be another factor.
Okay. Gotcha. So evidence is something that we're measuring like over time?
Yes, it could be over time.
Okay. Do you agree with
I
that?
agree.
With that definition of evidence?
Yeah.
Okay. So how could we, you said there's no test, so is there a way to find out if this is true or not?
I would still say yes. I'd say if you take, let's say, 3 people that have never met before in their lives, you put them in a room for 5-10 minutes, and you do that maybe once a day for a week. At the end of the day, if you have them take a survey beforehand and after, I feel like that could be evidence because you're like, hey, like this is how they were before spending 7 days with these people for 5-10 minutes a day,
Okay.
and then this is what they're like afterwards.
Okay.
You could, I feel like that would be a good way to measure.
So you have ways to tell if you have ways that would cause you to shift.
Yeah, I would agree.
And you said you don't have ways, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If If this were not true, how would that change your world?
If this was not true, it honestly wouldn't change my world too much. Just because,
Would
I
it
mean,
change your behavior, I guess, is a better question.
it would change my behavior a little bit. I feel like I'd be a little bit more, try to be a little more intuitive or pay more attention when I'm meeting somebody or when I'm having an interaction with somebody. I would pay a little bit more attention, maybe open up to emotion a little bit and be a little bit more willing to show some more emotion towards someone I'm meeting for the first time.
Okay. And if you were mistaken about this, how would that change your behavior?
I would be the opposite. I would be much more reserved, a little bit less trusting of people that I meet if it weren't true.
Okay. I don't think I have any other questions. Yeah, I mean, is there anything you want me to ask? Anything else you want me to ask, or that you wish I would have asked, or?
I don't think so. I think the only thing that I can think of that I would say would be it's going off of feeling and all that. It's not really physical proof. You know what I mean? Like emotions, you can see chemicals in the brain, but with this topic, there's not really. I don't think you could really see chemicals in the brain or any kind of neurological proof that this would happen. It's just kind of like.
I would have to disagree.
Okay, what would you say? What would you say?
I feel like I think there has been psychological proof to where, I don't want to give it away, but if those things happen with another person, I think if it's visceral enough and strong enough, I do think that you can prove it that way.
Okay, I'm slightly opposite of that. I would agree with that, but I would stick over time in there because I don't think it's right when you meet someone or the first 2 times you meet someone that this would be prevalent. I think it's over an amount of time when you learn more. Yes, I would need like a data analysis of a person. That's what I do.
I think it is.
That's like when I make a friend, I analyze this person. I'm like, would we be a good friend? Would we be a good match? And then I'm more of like if this analysis matches with mine, awesome. We could be friends. We could do all this.
But I think it also goes back to the love at first sight thing. That's something that you can see.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
If you meet that person and you feel that way, I feel like it will show in your body.
I feel like you could be attracted to that person, yes. I feel like physical attraction or emotional attraction is a thing that humans experience. Right. You know, like we're creatures that don't want to be by ourselves. You know, like it's a thing you feel. But I also feel like my current partner, I did not meet him day one and was like, I'm gonna marry him. Like that's what I'm gonna do. No, it took we went out on dates. Like we got to know each other. You know, like I don't think that you can just see someone and be like, that's my person.
This is the overtime thing that you.
Yes, this is the overtime because I think it
can happen platonically.
Yeah, I think someone could be gorgeous and we could be great together.
But would your pupils dilate?
But
if you think they're gorgeous?
Maybe. But I mean, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. There's got to be some physical attraction there. But I feel like, what if you get to know them? They're like, if the first day you meet them, you're like, love at first sight, let's go get married. And what if this person turns out that it was just like a temporary thing? They're a terrible person. They might be a psychopath.
But that could happen with anything.
I agree, but that's why I say over time. Because over time, the more you get to know someone, the harder it is for somebody to kind of hide those true colors.
So what, to your point, if you do meet someone at love at first sight, in 25 years down the line, I hate this person, I can't stand him, does that still discredit the claim that I still loved you at first sight?
Maybe it wasn't love. Maybe it was attraction. I don't think that...
It wasn't love at 25
I don't think it was pure love. If you really love somebody, you'll work through the bad times. You'll go get counseling. Sometimes it doesn't work out.
And
sometimes you split. But that could be an overtime. I don't think you love them at first sight. I think you were severely attracted to them at first sight, but there wasn't love there. I feel like love is an overtime thing.
So based on you think it's just attraction at that point and that it was never love. You could say the same thing for someone who took 7 years to marry.
That's a good point. But...
Let me interject here.
Yes.
Do you want her to shift?
I mean, she can if she wants to. I'm not going to be like, you have to shift or we're not friends anymore.
Would you prefer that she did?
Sure. Just to make it interesting and maybe you'll get me to shift. Mm-hmm. Like maybe we'll change one of the other's point of view. Maybe we'll just give a little bit of intellect. I don't know.
Would you prefer that that Lexi shifts?
I would like if she
Okay.
I would like if she shifted to show her that there's more. It's just more than what meets the eye. You can feel something much more
Yeah.
than rational connection.
Yeah, I feel like that's just hard for me to understand because I'm not super emotional. You know, like
That's
I'm
true.
very closed off.
Yeah,
You would prefer that Lexi shifted,
I would.
and it doesn't sound like you're willing to.
It's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm not willing to, but I have yet to see information on why I should. Like,
Well, you said that there was no way to find out.
that's true, but I feel like if it's in my face and there's no way I can deny it, there is. But I feel like the claim that we have,
Uh-huh.
it's everyone has felt it. Whether she thinks that she's felt it, maybe she just calls it attraction, but everyone has felt this. Everyone.
Okay. Is it okay if she doesn't shift?
Yeah, it's fine.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're fine.
I'm
with it?
fine.
Okay. Are you still where you started?
Yeah.
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 Both of you?
I might shift to like a disagree because she's giving me some stuff to think about, but I'm still in the disagree section. I might shift from strongly disagree to just disagree.
Can I move it?
You can move the magnet.
Okay. That was awesome. Any questions for me or anything else you want to say?
No, I'm okay.
No, I'm good.
How do you feel? How did that go for you?
It was very insightful. A lot of the points you made I haven't really thought about like all the way through. I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever.
I agree.
But like you going into detail, I'm just like, oh, it might be a thing. I'll have to do some more research, but it might be a thing.
I agree.
Okay. Do you want to reveal the claim?
Yeah. It was your claim. So would you like to reveal it?
I can.
Oh, and what was
reveal
the word?
Energy.
it.
Energy.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Everyone exchanges energy every day.
Everyone exchanges
Energy every day.
every day. Mm. How are we defining energy?
Honestly, the way we're talking about it, it's honestly kind of like emotion. That's the closest
Or like
simile
faith
that I
or
would know.
something.
Yeah. Emotion or faith, like something that you feel.
Do you feel like you were using the same definition for energy throughout
I
this
think
whole?
so.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because that's helpful.
Yeah.
Because if you're defining the words differently, then you're not really talking about the same thing, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So it's hard to kind of to explore it if you're having a different conversation,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Energy is emotion. Okay. Like attitude.
Kind of, yeah. That's like I think your point was kind of like if you meet like a super happy person and you just kind of like their energy, I guess kind of you can exchange energy where like I would almost say rubs off on you, kind of a little bit.
I was more saying like if you meet someone and you just instantly know that I would want to be friends with them. I would
Okay, it's
want
like
to
an
have
instant
them.
click.
It's a click. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm still gonna have to do research. I don't think it's an instant click.
I feel like there's been people in your life where you felt an instant click or something shift within yourself.
I'll say within an amount of time of meeting them, yes. That's like I said, my current boyfriend, met him on a boat. I didn't look at him on the boat, was like, boom, that's the one. I was like, oh, like,
Well, I think
I get to know him.
you're saying that's the one as if end all be all.
yeah. Or
I mean-
like, I'll say, me and Mason weren't like click friends. I very much told him, I'm like, oh, well, like, tell me some stuff about yourself. Like, I gotta know a little
So
bit
it's like
about
an
you.
interview.
It is like an interview with me, yes. I'm like, here's every terrible thing that I've ever done. Tell me about yourself. If like we can still be friends and like we think that we match up with friends.
So
It
do you
is like
think-
an interview.
So do you think love is that way?
I'm still kind of learning what that word means a little bit.
Okay.
Like, because I'm not from an emotional family. I don't do the whole emotion thing, but I'm slowly opening up to emotion.
Okay.
So it was kind of like an interview on our first date with my boyfriend. I'm like, here's who I am. If you don't like it, leave. And he was just kind of like, well, here's who I am. And so like over time, I've kind of opened up. So in the future, you ask me that in 5 years, and I'll be like, holy, like you were right. Like 100% you were right. Because I'm still new to the whole emotion thing. But I don't think that's what love. I do think love is more emotion.
Okay.
Because I will say, like, I'm slowly having to put like words with emotions with love. It's difficult, but
How are we defining love?
I think love is the feeling of companionship, like someone you feel like you can reside in, someone you feel like you can trust. Like it's kind of cheesy, but you know, like that second half to yourself, like you're almost like like your partner. Like, yeah,
Well,
someone.
my mind went to family, like mother and child.
There you
And
go.
I think that's like unconditional regardless.
Yeah, an unconditional love.
Mhm.
Someone who you know cares for you, no matter what you ever do.
Yeah, no matter.
Like, if you murder a body, they're like, you need help hiding the body.
Gotcha. Got your back.
Yeah.
I got you back. Okay. Well, you're good.
You're okay.
Yeah. I put it there so that it'll show people coming through anyway.
really?
Yeah. Do as many times as you want. Everybody keeps walking behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool, I guess. Okay. Cool. So we had a little bit of shifting, which is kind of always good to see. Like, it means that, there was some understanding going on and thinking. So that's good. Cool. Yeah, anything else?
I don't
I think
think
we're
so. I
good.
think we're good.
That was awesome.
That was interesting.
It really was. Very insightful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's really coming down. Do you have something in mind?
Thanks again for stopping.
No
Yeah, of
problem.
course. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on a U.S. tour right now from Olympia, Washington, and been on the road since March,
Oh, wow.
and just stopping in a bunch of different communities and interviewing folks like you.
All right.
So you can check out the channel on that QR code if
Okay.
you have phones or whatever. And yeah, thanks so much.
That's
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
we'll see you all around,
See you.
and enjoy your break.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Did the word get back in the can?
It did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, here you go. Description.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Hope.
Hope.
Hope. Hope. Or you want to excuse me and pull another one?
Let's pull another one. We gotta find something we gotta disagree on. It's so much fun when you argue with people. What we got?
Mind.
Mind.
Mm-hmm.
What's your view on psychology? So I think mind. I think psychology. I think.
It could be fairly
PTSD.
accurate.
Okay. I'm in the middle. Let's see. What's this orange one say? I'm trying to. Like, we could disagree on psychology. It's just not going to be a strong argument.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
Mm.
Here we go. Okay. What's your view on loyalty?
I feel like loyalty should come with any relationship, regardless.
I agree. I feel like without loyalty, there's nothing. Damn it! Why don't we disagree? We need to disagree on something. Rational. Oh, okay. Rational. Are you more Do you think you should be more rational or more emotional?
More rational.
Okay. Do you think that people should ever make any kind of emotional decision?
I feel like very little circumstances.
I agree with that. I'm not an emotional person. All right. We got to find something we disagree on. We're agreeing on too much.
Yeah.
Energy. I don't believe in that shit.
You don't believe in energy?
No.
Really?
No, I don't.
I definitely believe.
Okay, well, there we
energy.
go. Okay. Okay.
I believe in energy.
So, what's our statement? I don't think energy does
Everyone
shit. I think-
exchanges energy every day.
Okay. I'm going to put a line so I can put your statement into mine.
I guess you could put these back here.
Yeah. Energy.
Sorry.
I personally think that energy is a figment of something that people have made up in order to find a common grounds to communicate or to justify a decision they made. I don't think it's an actual thing. Is something people use to justify actions. That's like, do you believe in like zodiac signs and stuff?
Not necessarily zodiac signs. I
Okay.
do believe that some of it has some truth to it.
Okay.
But I definitely think that you exchange energy every day.
There we go. All right. Let's fold this up.
And then,
So energy. So
so which claim are we going to go by?
we'll go with yours.
Okay.
We'll go with yours.
And so,
Everyone exchanges energy every day.
cool.
I think, yeah. Yeah. We'll get into it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I believe people exchange like interactions, but not energy. Like,
That's different.
yeah.
That's very different.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I definitely, because you can meet someone and just feel a connection instantly.
I'm the opposite.
Really?
Yes,
So you don't meet someone and you just instantly feel something.
I do not. I think that personality is more than one thing, and I think when somebody first meets you, let's say romantically, somebody first meets you, they're gonna try. I think that a lot of people try to put out this personality that they think that you would want them to have.
Which is true. I think for
Yeah.
everyone, when you first meet them, everybody has a facade.
Oh yeah. So I don't believe in the whole like love at first sight. I don't believe in the whole like, oh, energy this, energy that. Like I meet you.
Need another minute?
We're good.
We're good.
Oh yeah.